Hello, everybody. MarvelDCFan here with a new playthrough. Surprisingly, right? It's been forever since we've since we started anything on this. Boy, that's my fault. But you know what? We're just gonna go along with it. We're gonna continue on, and we're just gonna do whatever we can to keep the train rolling, at least for the rest of the year. So today, folks, we have a very special game that I've been playing for a very long time, and I've been meaning to get to for quite a number of years at this point since we played the first game. This is Spider-Man 2. Not the Insomniac game. This is the 2004 classic for the PS2, Xbox, GameCube, and various other consoles, which we've already looked at the PC version. Oh, okay, we got to put in a name. I got a really good name in there. I don't know what I was almost tempted to just put my initials for the channel, and I'm like, no, that's not funny enough. I'm like, oh, whatever, just put boobs, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, previously we did the PC version as a one-off, and I'm thinking at some point that I want to get to like Spider-Man 2 on the PSP, GBA, stuff like that. I'll figure out what we'll do with those. But in the meantime, we got a we're finally back to the Raimi Universe, which we started all the way back in 2022. It's now 2025, and I'm finally doing this game. Can you believe it? It's insane to me. But anyway, yeah, Spider-Man 2, the classic game, the classic game itself. Oh my goodness. I have so many memories of playing this, which I'll get to. But yeah, this is just, I don't even have any words. I'm just mesmerized by what I'm seeing. Just all the memories that came flooding back to me. And it's a crazy journey. Hey, there's Black Cat on top of I think that's Empire State. Might be the Chrysler Building, I'm not sure. I don't know New York, so. I'm a Canadian. I don't know what the hell any of this is. There's Central Park, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, so I was tempted to. I said before that we were going to do Arkham City next, which we are. We're going to get to Arkham City, but I realized is that we'd start with a Marvel game first. So yeah, we're finally getting to. I was tempted to play another Spider-Man game. There's dozens of them. Like I did Shattered Dimensions. I was tempted to do Insomniac Spider-Man, but I think I'll get to it next time we do Spider-Man. And so the thing here is that like okay, like it's been a number of years and stuff. It's just like let's get back to the Raimi verse. Let's get back on the gravy train. As just kind of like every other subsequent game that we'll talk about afterwards. So by the time we get to Spider-Man 3, we'll probably do Arkham Knight as the last of that trilogy and just kind of cap things off. Boy, is that going to be a miserable time for me, but yeah, so I was like for the next set of games, for the next set of Marvel, DC, whatever, we'll do Spider-Man 2. We'll finally get back to this. And it's a good thing I did because, I have another project that's coming out next year. I don't want to spoil anything right now that Spider-Man 2 may be involved in. So I needed the muscle memory to get there, and I think it'll be good to kind of get this game out of the way. It's not a very long game. Like even as of right now, out of all the parts, I recorded 2 hours of the game. So we so I did the first 2 hours, and that equaled to about 8 parts. And it's about like halfway through the game, I want to say. That's where we're at now. So by the time we get to part 8 and whatnot, we're already very close to the end of the game. We're getting there. So I feel like it's going to be a very short. It's probably going to be kind of short for an LP, which is why I have another one in mind that I'm thinking of doing. Oh yeah, if you do that, if you hit that green question mark thing, That skips the tutorial. But I figured for part one, just to get myself back in the groove, I'll play the tutorial, show it off for the playthrough, yada yada yada, same old thing you've seen. So, yeah. Oh, we're already in chapter 2. See how fast this game flies through? Like it's very quick. I forget how many chapters in total, but I'll have to look that up on my phone. But I'll do that. I'll do that next part. But so yeah, we're doing this, and then if I have enough time, we're gonna do. I think the next playthrough is Crash Bandicoot. So that that is the forward momentum I'm going for the LP channel. At least for the end of this year, it's just going to be kind of one after another. And then I haven't recorded any of it yet, but I'm also going to be doing a Christmas playthrough, which is going to be Arkham Origins. That'll be a whole lot of fun. And we'll just kind of get through that. And I'll probably hate myself even more after I play that. So, but yeah, I was like literally pulling that trigger and it just didn't do anything. But yeah. So, some exciting stuff and stuff to kind of get things back on track for the LP channel in a way. But so Spider-Man 2, this is a game that I've been playing ever since 2005, 2006. Like it was very early on that, this was the first PlayStation 2 game I ever played was this. And what a hell of a start, because obviously I love Spider-Man. I've always loved Spider-Man. From the Raimi movies, the 90s cartoon, the 60s show. Crazy about the guy. Like, could not get enough of him. I loved him even more than Batman. And you guys know how much I love Batman. Batman is like the quintessential DC character, as Spider-Man is the quintessential Marvel character. So there's a lot of things that really helped in the process of this. So when I finally got around to playing it, I remember the day vividly. I was waking up. It was probably in the morning. We were living in some apartment complex at the time, and I woke up. Everybody was downstairs. I was the last one to wake up, and I come downstairs, and on the TV, there's Spider-Man 2 being played. Like kids messing around with it, just getting a feel for the game. And like I remember going through the tutorial and also like the first few missions, and my mom trying to help me out, figuring out where to go. And it's a memory that stuck with me like like never before. Like it's one of my quintessential video game memories was that. And that set me on a path to, you know, really get interested in more video games. I played more superhero stuff, especially Spider-Man as a kid, and then it transitioned to Arkham. And then when I got in my teens, probably like 15, 16 years old, that's when I became really interested in like a wide spread of video games, because my childhood was basically Spider-Man and Mario. That was it. I played a lot of licensed games in between, but those were like the quintessential like franchises to me, or at least the ones I was probably most interested at the time. But then when I got in my teens and my 20s, I'm literally playing everything I can get my hands on. And there's so many games like through the 2010s and stuff that I missed out on. Gears of War, Dead Space, Halo, like Call of Duty, whatever you call it. Like it's just now it's become kind of just me playing whatever I feel like. And this is a game like this game right here. I played a ton of as a kid, and a little bit like in my preteen years, I played a lot of it. And it's a game that I haven't gone back to in a very, very long. Well, actually, no, I shouldn't say that. It's been like at least a few years since I've actually sat down and played this one. But yeah, it's been quite a road finally getting to this for the LP channel and whatnot. But yeah. So if you're not familiar with the game, it's basically just, if you're not familiar with movie tie-ins and all that kind of thing, this was a huge fad throughout the 2000s. There were tons of games based on movies. Any property that you could think of probably had a video game related to it, and Spider-Man was part of that whole fad. And each of the movie games up until Far From Home, I want to say, got at least a video game tie-in in some form. But these were like the pioneers of the 2000s. And this was an interesting case at the time in 2004 where they did Spider-Man 1, or Spider-Man the movie game. It was basically a carbon copy of the Neversoft PS1 games, and then for the next game they were like, okay, we're gonna go in a completely different direction. Some guy, I forget the name of it, maybe I'll put a picture of him on screen and his name and stuff, but he basically created an engine where webs attached to buildings and everything as part of web swinging is very physics based. So he pioneered this, and it was something that he was developing since the first game, but it was too late to kind of implement it. So they decided to use it for the second game, and they took inspiration from like GTA and all that. Like they decided to make an open world Spider-Man game just for you to roam around in, and oh my god, the voice acting. Bam! I don't know what he's supposed to say there. All I hear is wham, wham. But yeah, there's a lot of it that was inspired by other games at the time, and taking some elements from the previous game and kind of using that as a a continuation, and in some cases, rodeo, woo, wow. That's great. Damn, she was like dead there on the ground for a second. Oh, this tutorial. The first like couple chapters of the game are so ingrained in my head. Like it's just every line, every cutscene, every sequence. Like it's every time I hear it, it's just like I know exactly the right pitch, the right everything. Like this is a game that I love dearly. It's not my favorite Spider-Man game, for sure. I feel like it's aged quite a bit considerably since its heyday, but it's still a really good time to trek through. There's a lot of mechanics that I feel like are really hold up, even more so since the Insomniac series is going on. Like there's a lot of really good stuff that they just haven't like they did really well for a first attempt. Like this is still a pretty great game even after the whole renaissance of Spider-Man games we got afterwards. Ultimate Spider-Man 3, Web of Shadows, Shattered Dimensions, Edge of Time, like all of those, like even like the Insomniacs, like they all take elements from this and they're still doing it to this day, which is great. But I would love at some point to get to the later stuff for sure. Like I would love to get to the later stuff. Like Ultimate Spider-Man is another one I would love to seriously let's play at some point. I love that game. It's probably like top 2 Spider-Man game for me personally. This is like, I'm going to have to make a top 10 list at some point. I really got to make a list at some point to go over Spider-Man games. But yeah, we're going to talk about it next part. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Have a great night and take care of yourselves.